Hi everyone, in this video I want to create authentication using JWT token in our Golang application. Let's get started. Okay, first we need to create a folder project named go-jwt token, whatever you want to call it, and then I will just go step by step. I will not create from the scratch, yeah, so I will just explain the code so you guys will understand what I'm creating. Okay, let's start with the folder entity. Yeah, we create the folder name entity. Inside of it, create a file jwt.go. Inside jwt.go, we import the jwt here. This is the library we are using. Yeah, we are using the golang-jwt /jwt /version 5. Yeah, we are using the version 5. Okay, for the jwt secret, yeah, usually we save it on the environment. Yeah, if you are using AWS, you can save on your secret manager. Yeah, so but in this tutorial I'm just gonna put it in here. Yeah, I set the jwt secret key is with code with endio. Okay, and then we create a new object, struct user, yeah, to identify the user, and then the login request. This is one is for the login request, and then the claim, yeah, the claim here is for creating the token. Yeah, then we can add more object here like user email or user role. For now we just stick to user ID and username. Okay, let's just pause the video. And okay, now we go to the middleware folder. Here we create a middleware folder, and then inside of middleware folder we create a file jwt.go. Then inside the jwt.go in the middleware we have two functions here. The one is authentication middleware for authentication our JWT token, and the second is generate token to generate the token. Okay, let's see the generate token first. Okay, the generated token, it's passing the object of entity user ID, user, yeah, there is an ID and username. Then we set an expire time. Yeah, here we set 24 hours for the expired time for the JWT token. Yeah, and then we create the claims, yeah, for the with the user data. Yeah, so the user data that we passing before here, then we assign here to the token. Yeah, and then here's the properties of the JWT token. Yeah, like expired at, issued at, the subject I put the user ID here, and in the issuer is mostly the project name. Yeah, I'm using the code with Andy for this project name. Okay, and then after that the claim will be using the signing method. Yeah, I will just use the signing method, and then we pass the value to this new with claim, yeah, to generate the token, and then use this sign string, yeah, to change into a string. Yeah, then the data will be returned. Yeah, it will return the token string and nil. Yeah, okay. Then on the auth middleware, yeah, this function is for authentication our API, yeah, which there is any authorization or not, and then if there is any a bearer or not. This is just checking if there is a bearer or not. If there is a bearer, then it's a go. If no, it's just invalid. Yeah, we need use a bearer token. And then after that we take the part one. Yeah, here the token string, we get the token string, and then we parse and validate the token with this function parse with claim. Yeah, and then we also validate the signing method here. Yeah, we validate the signing method if it's not error, and then the token will also check here. There is another check, yeah, to check if it's still valid. Yeah, it's still valid and okay, and then we get the user ID and username from the claim, because we passing before, we passed before here on generated token here, we pass the ID and the username, so we can take the ID and username from claim, and then the user, we set the user object to user, to our GIN, so our controller rather can get the user object, for the maybe authentication purpose, or something. Okay, something like that. Sounds simple. Okay, looks simple. Okay, I think you guys can pause this video and write this code, or maybe in later on the end of the video I will share the code. Don't worry, I will share the code. Okay, and then we go to the last part, the main.go. The main.go is quite simple. Here we just setting up the GIN framework. This is the default GIN framework. How to use, we creating two routes. One is login with post, and it go to the login handler function, and then we create another routes, the protected one, /protected, go to protected handler, but this one is authorized, need authorized. We use the middleware we create before, the out middleware here, so everyone with this group, with this authorized group, will have to use this middleware. Okay, it will use this middleware first and then go to this endpoint, to this function. Okay, let's take a look at the login handler first. Okay, the login handler is quite simple. Inside login handler we have a login request, and then we bind the request here, and then we check the request if the username is admin and the password is admin, and then we set the entity user with the ID 1 and the login request username with the username. Normally you guys using the checking and the data sign in here from the database, but for this tutorial video I will just hard code it. Okay, you guys need to create this from the database. Okay, and then after that we send the user data to our function generate token. We create earlier here. We pull, we send the user object here. Okay, then the object of the token will be getting here. We send the token to the response, and then the response will send the data token and the data user. Okay, something like this. Sounds simple. Okay, looks simple enough to understand. We will check the handler after this. Okay, let's check to the protected handler we have before here. The protected handler is fairly simple. We just get the user object here. Remember we set the user object here, on out middleware here, so we can get the user object from the GIN context. Okay, just see using the GIN context get user, so we can get the ID and the username from this object. Okay, and we can create the checking. If not exists, then call the error. Okay, if exists, return the user. Okay, I think that's it for the code. It's quite simple. Okay, I will share the video, the code after the video end, but if you guys want to try to create this code first, I will pause the video so you guys can follow. Okay, the code. Okay, let's move to the testing. Okay, now we will start testing. Before that, I will make sure you guys are already running this step before we go to testing. First we need to go mode init. This is using the go mode init. I'm already access because I already create the go module here. This one is for the setting of the module inside the folder. Okay, inside the project. So after that we need to type go mode td. This code is just to make sure our dependency library is already installed on the module, and we don't want to use the one by one, like go get. You can just like go get GIN, go get JWT, like, but I usually using GomoTD, just it's easier, and GomoTD it's not just getting the dependency that we don't have, but also cleaning the dependency that we are not using. Okay, and then we just run the code with run main.go. Simple as that. Okay, allow access. This is the Windows security alert. I don't know why this is always pop up, always annoying. Then we go to I'm using Postman to test. Yeah, you guys can use any other like Bruno or I don't know, whatever. In the login, yeah, we use the port 8080, yeah, localhost 8080, and then login, yeah. On the body we specify the username and the password, yeah, admin and password like we set on the code, yeah, this one, yeah, admin and password, and then we send. Okay, so this is the token, yeah, this is the token. Let me put that in here, yeah, so I will not forget. And we also getting this user object, yeah. Okay, now we go to the verify endpoint, yeah. This one is to verify which is already the token is working or not. Okay, this is we are using the protected endpoint before we create. We are not using body, sorry, just delete this. None. In this one we just use authorization on header and parse the token here with bearer, yeah, on the first, yeah. Let's save and then we send. Okay, the message you have access to protected content. Okay, the ID is 1 and the username is admin. Okay, it's working. But if we remove the bearer, it will show another error, yeah, like this one. So invalid authorization format, yeah, use bearer token. Okay, or if let's for example, if the token is not right, the token signature is invalid. Okay, so the token it's working, yeah, the checking the authorization is working. If the token is okay, then we can access the data, but if no, we cannot access the data. We get the error message. Okay, I think that's it for the tutorial. Okay, we already create and then we already tested the JWT token API. I think that's it for the tutorial. I will give the link of my GitHub, yeah. So this is the GitHub account of mine, and this is the tutorial, yeah. It's already here, you guys can access this. We have a source code here, yeah. All right, thank you for your guys, yeah, for your time, and you can like and comment if you feel and find this tutorial helpful. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.